All right, now we're going to practice more with incenters. And we remember incenters are made up of angle bisectors of a triangle that meet in a place we call the incenter, and it is equidistant to the sides. So let's find each measure, knowing that all these angles have been bisected. So let's find the measure of angle MJP. MJP is right here. It's going to be the same as OJP, or 39 degrees. Let's find JKL. JKL is going to be JK. Oops. It's this big one right here. Now this looks kind of tricky, except it's not. We'll come back to this one in a little bit. Okay, let's go down to NKP. NKP, which is this one right in here. We'll come back to that one too, and you'll see why in just a second. Let's go with blue. KJL, or KLJ, which is this one here. Well, if we have 28 degrees here, we got to have 28 degrees here. So it's 28 plus 28 equals 56 degrees. Over here, the one we found earlier, MJP, is 39, and 39 plus 39 is 78. So for JKL, up here we have 180 minus 78 minus 56, and that's going to equal 46 degrees. So let's go back to 13, the measure of angle NKP, which is half of JKL, so it's going to be 23 degrees. So we take the big triangle and we use it to find all the extra angles we need. All triangles add up to 180 degrees, whether they have lines drawn inside of them or not. So we can still use that information to our advantage, which we just did. All right, so let's NP's here. Well, NP, OP, and MP all have to be the same. Since one of them's 13, they are all 13 because it's an incenter and it's equidistant to the sides. All right, last one is KM. KM is right. KM is this one in red here. And we know that it creates that KM and KN have to be the same distance. So KM is 30. That's the power of an incenter. So last two, KP. KP, let's do that in dark blue. KP is right here. Well, we know two of the sides. We have a right triangle because we always measured at the 90 degrees. We know that KP of our right triangle right here is going to be the hypotenuse. So we go 30 squared plus 13 squared equals x squared. So 900 plus 169 equals x squared. 1069 equals x squared. Take the square root, and we're going to get 32.7 equals x. So Kp is 32.7. PL, we'll do in dark green. PL is over here. And we know we got 24 down here. We're going to have 13 here. Once again, we can use the Pythagorean theorem. So 13 squared plus 24 squared equals x squared. And then we're going to have 169 plus 576. So it's 745 equals x squared. Put it in our calculator, and 27.3 equals x. So PL is 27.3. We go around the horn, we use the information we have, and we're able to put that together. Pretty easy. All right, so 19, 20, and 21, we're going to do one at a time. Pause the video, attempt 19, and then restart, and we'll go over it together. Okay, great. So we want to find x. And we have 1x. So what do? We need something to equal it to. We can't equal it to 17x minus 7, because that's just 0. That doesn't work. But what we do know is that if we have a 19 down here, we have a 19 here, if we have a 27, we have another 27. So 180 minus 38, the two 19s together, minus 54, that's going to equal 88. So this entire angle here, JEH, is 88 degrees. So 17x minus 7 equals 44. The x is by itself. 17x equals 51. So x equals 3. We only had to find x, so we are done. Pause the video, try 20, and then we will go over it together. All right, great. Let's do this thing. So K is an incenter, so it's equidistant to the sides here. So 7x minus 31 equals 3x plus 17. We use our handy dandy algebra skills to get the x on one side, and then we get the x by itself. And we find out that x equals 12, but we got to find ki. Ki is here, So that is the same as either of these two. So we got to plug it into something. So let's plug it into 3. So that's going to equal 3 times 12 is 36, plus 17 is 53. So Ki equals 53. Go ahead and do 21. Bring it back and we'll finish this up together. All right, let's see how we did. Well, K is an incenter. We got to find dk. dk is right here. So the first thing we got to do, we got to find x. Well, we know incenter, so these sides are the same. So 9x minus 16 equals 4x plus 9. Because we always got to find x first and then figure out the rest from there. So 5x minus 16 equals 9. Get the x by itself. 5x equals 25. So x equals 5. Well, let's see. What other information do we have? Well, we know KH is 18. So GK is going to be 18. We can find GD because 9 times 5 minus 16 is 29. We have a right triangle, Pythagorean theorem. Where's our hypotenuse? Over there, the one we're looking for. So we're going to have 18 squared plus 29 squared equals x squared, which is going to give us dk, which we're looking for. So 18 squared is 324. 29 squared is 841. Add those together. 1165 equals x squared. So x equals 34.1, which is going to be our dk. We are now done.